welcome. We are here at the Blackwater factory. Now today is a day that I've been really looking forward to because I've seen the beautiful boats out on the water, but really seeing them in production is something special. So I'm here with my friend Eugene. He's the owner of Blackwater Boats, and of course Carl Hansen, General Manager of Boats Direct USA. We're so happy to be partnered with you, Eugene. You know, you simply build the most quality boat at the best price. And it is an honor to be partnered with you at Boats Direct.
Thank you very much.
So Eugene, tell me, how did you get into the boat manufacturing business?
I'm a contractor, and I was purchasing the boat and went out and saw different companies and was not happy with what I was seeing, and I figured I could build something a little better and change a few things on the way the boat's built, and that's basically how I started doing this.
Fantastic. So a consumer that knew he could do it better and for less money too, right?
Maybe.
So Carl, I know that you were so excited. You called me right away and you said, we're partnering with Blackwater. This is so exciting, Mo. And I want to share with our audience why it's so exciting for you.
Eugene has a different approach to building a boat. Like he said, he went out. I saw the boat at one of the boat shows. It's a very pretty boat, but I didn't know much about it. So then we got together, talked about it. One of the big things is attention to detail. Eugene does. A lot of the ways that boats are built, they're built that way because they've been built that way forever. He came in with a fresh idea and said, you know, why is the stringer system done like this? Why is the fit and finish done this way? Why are they stuffed little pieces in holes to fill it? Why are they pumping putties in to fill it instead of doing it the right way? We'll walk through some of the differences that he does totally different from the other boats out there and why it's really such a special boat.
And we're really focusing on the 36-foot center console, but I heard some exciting news today that you have some more in the making.
Yes, we're working on a 42 Express and a 42 center console.
Okay, so luxury with even a little bit more length. I love it. All right. So Carl, you ready for the boat show?
We are. We're getting ready. We're in 6 different booths this year. We don't have a Blackwater boat ready for the show, which is terrible, but it's because we've sold them all already. So.
I've never seen boats go off of our lot faster. The second you guys bring them, they're sold.
It's good. It's a good thing.
It's a good partnership. So, all right. Well, I guess I'm ready to kind of check out the boats. You?
Sure. Yeah, we're ready to go. In fact, this boat is also sold. We're just trying to finish it up now.
And again, you know, that's something so special about working with Carl. You have an expert here to guide you through every step of the boat building process. I mean, these guys talk every single day to ensure that our customers get exactly what they want and need, right?
Right.
All right, well, let's go check it out. Well, now where are we, Carl? I decided, you know what, I wanted to step up here because I wanted to see what the air smells like from 6'7". No, actually, I was on my way to hop up here, but I wanted to know, what process are we in here?
Well, now we're behind the boat that we were just in front of a minute ago. This is one of our customers' boats, like I said. It's coming into the final process. The hull is out of the mold. You know, we put the stringer system in the boat, we put the liner in the boat, we put the cap on the boat. Now they're in the process of fastening it around and glassing it in. And from here, what we do is, you'll see the next steps come in. We start putting the hatches on the boat. The leaning post goes in the boat. Most of the plumbing in that is done already when we go in. You'll see the T-top go on. We won't see it today, but that's what's coming up in the next couple of weeks. And basically it goes into the final assembly and then the finished work.
So how far out from this boat being done are we at this point?
Well, we started working on John's boat. It was probably right at the end of the year, you know, between Christmas and New Year's. He flew down, saw the boat. I took him for a ride in the one that we had. Luckily, was still sitting here. And once we did that, then we finalized. I took his boat in on trade. He had a Contender. You know, he moved on to this. Like the layout to be able to customize it. And at this point, we're probably in it 4 or 5 weeks right now to get this far along.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's quick. How many boats can we produce here a year?
As we ramp up, we're going to be able to do probably 12, maybe 15 boats a year. Again, it's just, we don't want to go fast. Typically in a boat build process, when you get down to the very final stuff, what you're going to see, here's your boat, it's ready to go. But there's a 30-point punch list you got to go through and fix all the little things.
Yeah.
Rather than do that, we just stall the customers a little bit, let us finish the boat, let it get done 100% right, now we'll deliver the boat. We delivered the last one and I think we had a light bulb that didn't work. But other than that, everything else in the boat was just about perfect.
Right, so it's just all about making sure that the customer is not going to have any concerns after we deliver the boat.
That's right, and that's why they want to choose this boat, because it's built that way. It's built with that care from the very beginning. The reason we don't build 30 boats is you can't find enough employees, good employees, to be able to do that kind of stuff. You have to find some real key people that build the way we think, the way we would want to buy the boat too.
And that's something neat about the factory. I've gotten to meet all of the guys that are working day in and day out on the boats, and they're all so nice and so passionate about delivering such a quality product.
That's what it takes, is the passion.
Yeah.
That's 90% of it.
It's all about
a lot
the
of us
people.
can turn a screwdriver. It's just the way you do it.
Yeah, you need the experience and the passion.
Right.
All right, great. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and take a walk up here into the boat and check it out.
Let's go out.
Well, here we are at one of the molding stations, correct, Carl?
Yeah, what this is the cap mold, the top piece of the boat.
Okay.
Basically what this is it's very, very finely finished gel coat work. And what you do is you lay the boat up backwards, more or less. So you start with this, you put your gel coat, your color in, then you lay your glass up, and you go from there in piece by piece, put the boat together.
One thing that I'm really loving about Blackwater is how no one seems to be a jack of all trades. They're really dedicated to each field that they're working on. I mean, Carl, you've been around so many factories. Tell me a little bit about your experience.
Usually what happens in the boating industry when they're building the boats, again, it gets back to the employees, how many you can hire and how many are good at what they do. Most of them, they'll have a gang of workers. You know, everybody got a screwdriver, everybody tightening stuff. What's done here, again, because it's a true custom boat and the passion and the quality that we keep talking about, you have two guys that are dedicated laminators. You have two guys that are dedicated riggers that are going to be putting the wiring and the plumbing in the boat. You have two guys that are dedicated in finish work. So those guys are kind of specialists in what they do. It's just, at the end of the day, that's why you have fewer problems, fewer mistakes. You're not double checking everybody's work, because these guys, that's their job.
It seems like such a smarter business model because you know what, at the end of the day, you know that you have a brick foundation with this boat. You are not going to be dealing with some of the other issues that happen with other boats that you've explained to me as far as the cracking and whatnot. All right, well, I'm excited to see more of how we make our customers so happy. You going to show me some more of the factory, Carl?
Yeah, let's go on to the next mold and we'll go from there.
Let's go. Well, Carl, as you're taking me through the factory, I mean, one thing I can say for sure, Blackwater is the epitome of handcrafted perfection.
It really makes a huge difference in everything you do. It's slow, it's time consuming, but there's no other way to turn out a really good product. Behind us, you'll see some of the molds that we have. This is actually the liner that's going to go into the boat. Again, picture it upside down once you build the hull, which will show you over here, and then the stringer system, then the mold with the liner is going to go in the boat, and then the final piece is the cap that we were on back there. You've seen some of the different parts. We do different things on like the lids where we put the Blackwater logo underneath the floor hatches. But the amazing part is you have 2-3 people standing on one of those hatches, nothing moves. Even people my size, which is amazing. But it's just the fit, the finish, but it takes time, it takes a lot of time, and it takes a very passionate, skilled craftsman to do it.
Well, and that's the thing. If you're not looking for the average production boat and you want something that's going to really be built with love and every bit of custom anything you can dream of, this is a really neat option. And the price, again, the price, you just can't beat it.
Well, the price, the way we can control the price is there's very low overhead. We work very closely with Eugene. We're actually a partnership with them. We're not trying to kill people. We want to get the boat out there. We want people to see the boat. And the stringer system in the boat, how it's different from everybody else's with that triangular stringer system.
Well, actually, you mentioning the stringer system, I need you to come take me over there because that is too cool.
Yes.
Come on, let's go. As they continue this factory tour, I mean, 2 words come to mind, rock solid. What are we looking at now, Carl?
Absolutely. The initial start of the boat, you start with the mold and you lay out the actual hull of the boat. The hull of the boat is solid fiberglass bottom. I wish I had one of the cutaways to show you, but it's actually very, very thick fiberglass. We don't core the bottom. A lot of people do that, but that's just problems in the future, delamination, water get trapped in the hull. But a solid fiberglass bottom. We do core the sides. We vacuum bag the sides, and what that does, that makes sure you have an extreme adhesion everywhere, not an area here that it's stuck and an area here that it's not stuck. And then the big thing was Eugene changed the stringer system to more of a triangular grid system down in the boat.
Okay.
And the idea behind that, most people will stand up a foam board and throw some fiberglass on it and then do a crisscross pattern and kind of glass it all together. One thing you'll notice here is the fit and finish. I can grab the fiberglass, I'm not getting splinters in my fingers. It's just the way he does the work. Our rigging tubes for all the wiring and the hoses are all hidden inside the stringer system. And down here you're looking in the bilge area of the boat. You'll notice things that most people don't do. Stainless steel fittings coming through, but look how clean and neat. If we took a blue paper off, you'd be amazing. But it's everything. It's the way the boats fit, the finish, the whole works of the boat. This is kind of the pre-rig you'll see starting to go into the boat. But a triangular stringer system, there's nothing really stronger in the world than a triangle.
And most are not triangle?
No, it's just it's a vertical board that stands up and you do a little tab in the bottom where you put it together. It's the grid system is what kind of changed this boat. Part of it's the shape of the hull, the way it rides. But once you get riding, it's the deflection of the hull, because fiberglass moves. So it becomes ultimately the strength of the boat. The coring you see running down the side, on the sides of the boat we use Coracel coring. We vacuum back this. Most manufacturers will just attempt to glue it with a putty or a glue, try to get this adhesive. Well, we do it, and we don't have a picture of it right now, but you'll see it on our website. We actually cover this with a plastic. We hit it with a vacuum. The vacuum pulls this against the side of the boat. If you look down the side of the boat, you can see how perfectly it's shaped and how nice everything fits. This thing is a rock.
Yeah, and when you're out there and you're going 70 miles an hour, to have that security, I mean, look, at the end of the day, Blackwater, this is handcrafted perfection. I can't say it enough. This is really...
And it's huge. We're doing it with construction. We're not doing it with a gimmick where we're throwing carbon fiber or something in to make it extra strong here and there. You don't do that because you want the boat to move and flex, otherwise you take the beating in the boat. What this has done, conventional products, but done extremely strong.
Well, I don't know. Does our audience have any other questions that you might want to answer?
Maybe directions, how to get down to see it.
Directions. Go to boatsdirectusa.com right now and order yours.
And we do a plant tour. I mean, when you're building a boat, we invite the customers to come down and see it at different stages. If you're somewhere that you can't, I come up during the stages. I try to do photos of the boat as we go through, make you a little scrapbook and explain that. We go through this same thing we're doing right now with the customers, because the average guy doesn't know. He goes to a boat show, he sees a pretty white shiny boat.
Sure.
He bangs on it, oh, it looks okay. He goes out and drives it in the ocean, and it's like, what the heck did I just do?
Right.
From this step here, when they get done finishing this, they'll drill it, they'll rig it, they'll put some of the hoses and the connections and the fittings in the boat. And then the next step is going to be the big liner that you saw over there. Now that's where the big difference is. This part here is made to fit when the liner goes in. This fits perfectly. Shoebox fit all the way around the boat, and we'll run a camera down the side of the boat and show you that. It's something, if you go to any boat factory, you won't see that. What you'll see is a ton of caulk and putty and everything filling the hole. And it's just, if you're gonna do it perfection, it's the only way. Yeah, let's go over and look at the other boat as we're further along in production. And what you see here is the shoebox, the fit of the lower part of the hull to the cap. And what you see on this boat that you won't see on any other boat is how tight and precise the fit of the boat is. If you look at the gap here, it's perfect. There's no room for error. And as you come down the far side of the boat here as we go, you'll see it come all the way down the side of the boat. There's no screws holding this together yet. This is how precise it was fitting on it. All right, now we're up inside the boat as we're putting it together. This is before we put the leaning post in the boat, before we put the console in the boat and start attaching some of the hatches. This is where those pieces you saw start coming together. You start with the hull, then you're adding in the liner of the boat. Once we glass and bond that all into the boat, then you're putting the cap on the boat. What we talked about, and you'll see the fit and finish on the outside, the way the shoebox fits, you're also gonna see in here is the way that the boat's put together structure-wise. I hit the side of this, it's rock solid. I get down here and I bang on any of these. Do that in any of the competitors' boats, and what you're going to hear is a big hollow sound, and you're going to see things moving.
Wow, talk about a fun and educational day at the Blackwater factory. Eugene, thank you so much for your time, for taking us through your amazing boat building process. I bet we have a lot of customers out there that are going to meet customers of yours now, right?
Hopefully.
So basically now what I want you guys to do is go ahead and log on to boatsdirectusa.com. Check out our Blackwater section. You can learn even more than I brought you through today, right? And Carl, how can they contact you?
You can call us either through the toll-free number, or you can email us at the website, one of the two.
All right.
And then any kind of more information, or if you want to arrange a factory tour, I'll get together and either Eugene or I can take you through the whole tour again.
Excellent. So go ahead, log on to boatsdirectusa.com right now or call 888-361-1747.